understand by listening and what are the objectives of listening. So, what is listening? First of all, we have to discuss about what do you understand by listening. The first and foremost communication skills that we learn is our lives and nothing but listening. So, listening is basically a technique by which we have to understand the information and response it back. Listening is the process, acceptance, building, meaning from and answering to spoken and on non-verbal messages. People listen in order to understand information, analyze, and assess a message. Show empathy for feelings conveyed by others, or appreciate a performance. Effective listening includes both accurate and passive comprehension of ideas and information transmitted in oral language. In order to be a competent manager, subordinates, a person must be able to listen what literally comprehension. Spatially competent listener should be able to display the following competence, like identify main ideas, ascertain supporting detail, knowledge clear relationship among ideas, remembrance, join with an open mind. So, in simple terms, what is listening? Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret message in the communication process. Active listening requires the listener to fully concentrate, understand, and back response back. Now, next comes to the sign of active listening. What are the sign of active listening? So, we are having various signs of active listening, like non-verbal sign, verbal sign, and so on. So, what are non-verbal? As we know, non-verbal means when we are sharing something with the other person by using your hands, gestures, postures. That are the non-verbal sign. If we are talking about the verbal sign, so we are also having when we are using some positive response, like spoken words, to share our ideas. It may include various forms like remembrance, your feedbacks, hearing, and so on. Now, let's discuss about what do you understand by gestures. Gesture is basically how you have to share your information by different way, but not with the spoken words. In listening, there are various competencies like identify main idea, identify traditional, organizational, and non-verbal signals that direct the listener to the main ideas. Identify the main ideas in structured and unstructured dialogue. Ascertain supporting detail. It means supporting details in spoken messages. differentiate between those ideas that supports the main ideas and those that determine whether the number of supporting details adequately develops each main ideas. Next comes to no clear relationship. So revealing and understanding all type of organization or logical relationship, it helps to identify the suggestions. It gives the suggestion, determine whether the declared relationship is exists. Next competency is remembrance, basic ideas and detail. Regulate the goal for listening, states the basic, cognitive, and effective constant after listening. Join with an open mind. Establish an awareness of personal, ideological, and emotional basis. Show awareness that each person has unique perspective. Show awareness that one's knowledge, experience, and emotion after listening. So, using non-verbal or verbal behavior, it demonstrates willingness to listen to the message when variables such as setting, speaker, or topic may not be conducive to listening. Next comes to the process of listening. What is the process of listening? So, as we have already discussed about the active listening or the listening part, let's come to the process of listening. So, before that, we have already discussed about the communication process, like where sender is there, where receiver is there, and so on. Now, next comes to the process of listening. Process of listening basically means when there is a receiving, we need to receive, understand, remember, evaluate, and then give some feedback. Involve receiving sounds, waves, or visual clues that convey information. This requires focusing attention on the speaker or the source of information. It includes not only hearing the word spoken but also observing body language, facial expression, and other non-verbal signs. So previously we have known about the non-verbal sign like her smile, gestures, postures. So these are from there we receive the message. Now next comes to the understanding part. Once the information is received, the listener strives to understand its meaning. This stage involves interpreting the message by processing the word spoken, considering the context and making sense of information based on priority knowledge and experiences. Evaluating. During this stage, the listener critically assess the information received. This involves analyzing the message for clarity, cohesiveness, and relevance. Evaluating also includes considering the credibility of the speaker and the accuracy of the information presented. Responding is an active component of listening, where the listening provides feedback to the speaker. This can include verbal responses, such as asking questions, offering comments, or expressing agreement or disagreement. And non-verbal response like nodding, making eye contact, or using facial expression. So last comes to the remembrance part. Remembering is the final stage of listening, where the listener stores the information of future recall. This involves committing important details, key factors, information beyond the immediate conversation for later reflected on application. Next comes to the evaluating part. During this stage, the listener critically accesses the information received. This includes analyzing the message for clarity, cohesive, and relevance. Evaluating also include considering the credibility of the speaker and the accuracy of the information presented. Next comes to the response part. Response is your action or the feedback to the message. It can be in emotional and intellectual manner. Response is an active component of listening, where the listener provides feedback to the speaker. This can include verbal response, such as asking questions, offering comments, or expressing agreement. Whereas non-verbal response includes nodding, making eye contact, or using facial expression. Now, before coming to the next topic, that is types of listening, let's discuss about the factor influence the listening process. So first factor is your attention. We have to be attentive the listener abilities to focus attention on the speaker or source of information is crucial. External distraction like noise and internal distractions like wandering thoughts can affect attention. Now, next factor of listening process is interest and motivation. Listening interest in the topic and motivation to understand play a significant role. Genuine interest enhance engagement and comprehension. Next factor is knowledge and expenses. Prior knowledge and expenses shapes how the listener interpret and understand the information. Drawing connections between new informations and exist knowledge and understanding. Next factor is your content and information environment. The content, the physical and social environment is which listening occurs can impact comprehensions. Factors such as noise level, lighting, and interpersonal dynamic influence the listening experience. And last comes to the feedback. Feedback from the speaker, such as clarifying explanation, and from listeners, such as responses or questions, helps to ensure mutual understanding and effective communication. So now comes to the various types of listening. So as you have seen over the screen, here are various types of listening like sympathy, active, unactive, and so on. Let's discuss one by one what are these types of listening activities. First is your active listening. What is an active listening? Active listening means understanding all the things correctly, fully concentrate, response to, and remembering what is being said. It goes beyond simply hearing words. It requires engagement and efforts to comprehend the message and show empathy towards the speaker. So there are various breakdowns in active listening. First is your pay attention. Active listening starts with giving undivided attention to the speaker. This means put aside distraction, both external like phones or surroundings, and internal like your own thoughts or paces, to focus entirely on what the speaker is saying. Next breakdown is show that you are listening. Use both verbal and non-verbal clues to demonstrate that you are engaged and attentive. Noting, making eye contact, and using small verbal affection like I see him. Encourage the speaker to continuous and indicate your interest. Next comes to the paraphrase or summarize. Through the conversation, restates key point in your own word to confirm your understanding. This not only shows that you are actively processing the information but also helps to clarify and misunderstand. Summarizing periodically can also help to ensure that both parties on the same page. Next breakdown is your reflect feeling. Beyond understanding the word, try to grab the emotion being them. reflect back the speaker, feeling to show empathy and validation. Their experience, for example, you might say, it sounds like you are feeling frustrated because of the situation. Now, next comes to the ask clarifying questions. To develop deeper into the speaker's thought or to the clarity point, ask open-ended questions that encourage them to elaborate, avoid interrupting or imposing your assumptions. Instead, seeks to uncover more detail or perspective. Next comes to the passive listening. What do you understand by the passive listening? Passive listening basically means we only remember something. We do not have to understand it. We just have to remember or mug up that thing. Okay. So in the communication technique that involves only the remembering part, what is being said. It goes beyond simple hearing your words. Whereas in active listening, we have to understand the information. Now, next come to the appreciative listening. Looking for the way to accept and appreciate the other person through what they see, seeking opportunities to pry. We have to give the appreciation to the other person. Next is your empathy listening. Image of two people having a supportive conversation, showing empathy through body language. Next is your ignoring listening. Not listening is all. It pretty insulting to others. It can lead to strain the relationship. If someone is talking to you, let's take an example. If some person is talking to you and you are just ignoring that person, that comes to the ignored listening, where we are insulting to the other person. Next comes to the informational listening. Informational listening, image of a person taking notes during a lectures. For example, right now your class are going. You want to take or write down the bullets point or make some note that comes to the informational listening. Next is your critical listening. For an example, image of a person analyze data on a computer screen. Next listening comes to the total listening. Total listening play very close attention in active listening to what is said and the deeper meaning found through how it is said. Next comes to the relationship listening. Listening is the order to support and develop a relationship with the other person. Now, next comes to the barriers of effective listening. So, there are so many barriers of effective listening. Let's discuss this one by one. So, judgment. What do you understand by judgment? A judgment of a speaker or the topic. Do you find yourself pull away from the conversation in front of you and focused on your own perspective about the person who is speaking or your feeling about that topic. Now, next barrier is the internal barrier. So, internal barrier basically means image of destructive the person looking at your smartphone. Right? Internal barrier when for an example, if we are looking over your smartphone and it distracts the images, so that is our external barrier. Next barrier is your external barrier. Let's take an example of external barrier. Image of a noisy environment with people talking loudly. That is a barrier. That is an external barrier. Before further discussion, let's go. What do you understand by barriers? Like we have discussed about the types of barrier, but what is barrier? Barrier is basically when we are talking with some other person and there is a distractions comes to be the barrier part, preventing us from focusing our attention on or dialogues. And other attention is limited. Take a look at these, like our phone call distraction, email alert pop, and other apps are all designed to picture. The key here to recognize that we can control the technology more than the first image. It just takes a little willpower and a little organization. Be willing to silence your phone and put it away when you are in conversation. Next comes to the culture barrier to listening. Culture barrier means get ready, more interesting, attention oriented, hierarchy, urgent versus. So, action orientation. Some companies are always on, always rushing to the next action. This has benefit by their aims. Are times when it's important to slow down, listen, and reflect. Hierarchy in the same culture, nobody will speak until the person is spoken. And then there is no interest in listening to to anyone else. Next comes to the distraction. Any attention pulled towards people walking, what meeting up the next, or email alert popping up on your screen. So now the other types of barrier is your psychological barrier in your listening. Thinking while listening. This could be thinking about the irrelevant, that is, what for the dinner, or spatially thinking about an appropriate response. Either way, it's not listening. Judging before listening. So these are some of the things in our psychological barrier of listening. Judging before the listening, it means that they are wrong. I do not care. They are not important. All judgment that switch off listening. Next comes to the multitasking. We think we can, but we cannot. We can switch frequently from one thing back to another. But we cannot multitask. All the research proves that I am not expected and you are not exact. Next comes to the relationship barrier. Before that, we will discuss about the blockage to your answers. Basically, attitudes, beliefs, and experience only hearing the part you want to. Some of us fall prey to making whatever other person brings up about. We cannot possibly know what the other person experienced. We ask. Next comes to the personal physical barrier. That is your tiredness, hunger, and so we cannot always be at our best. There are times when we will be tired. We don't want to listen to the other person. Next comes to the relationship barrier in listening. With relationship barriers to listening, it's the dynamic between yourself and to the other person. That is the problem. That is lack of trust. Unconsequence bits, no common language, lack of common goals. Be willing to suspend your agenda at least while you listen. Explore your unconcise basis. Step out of the content of the conversation and be willing to discuss how you can align around common goals. All these actions take a commitment to building the relationship and the foundation for connecting, communicating, and collaborating with each other. It may take time, but it is still the fastest and most effective way to make suitable progress. So, as we have discussed about various types of barriers in listening, like you have technological, culture, psychological, giving advices, remembrance, feedback, aims to free up a little mental self-monitor. Recognized which barriers to listening are having an impact on you at a particular moment. Take action to overcome them. Also, explore the different types of listening barriers. How we have to apply that, in which type of application, which barrier we have to apply. So that is far important for the person to understand you completely. Now, next comes to the topic. I hope these two topic has been clear to you. Next comes to the next topic, that is difference between hearing and learning. What is the difference between hearing and listening? So, hearing is the act of receiving sounds and receiving sound waves, whereas listening is the act of hearing a sound and understand what you hear. If we are coming to the hearing part, hearing is simply the act of prescribing sound by ear, whereas listening is an action where you choose to actively concentrate on what you hear. And so on, hearing is one of the five senses, whereas listening requires concentration so that your brain is to be processed and give some meaningful sentence. Listening is the skills that let the sound you hear go through your mind to process the information or way. Whereas in hearing, it is an involuntary act. You use your ears only to hear the information. Hearing occurs with or without your consent, whereas listening, your brain process the information into the listening is not the same as hearing, and hearing is not the same as listening. So don't be confused that hearing or listening both are same. No, listening is comparatively different from the hearing, whereas hearing is comparatively different from listening. For the listening, it is basically a process of receiving, constructing meaning from and response to the spoken or non-verbal message. To hear something, we throw out the attention. So listening skills are the way to help you to listen something more effectively. Whereas in hearing it, only we have to use our ears to listen that. It is an involuntary act. We don't have to you put our brains on. Next topics comes to the benefit of listening. What are the benefits of listening? So, benefits of listening are improving productivity. We have to improve the productivity. In the professional settings, listening attentively to colleagues and team members enhance collaboration and productivity. Next comes to the leadership skills. What do you understand by the leadership skills? So, leadership skills effectively, leaders are adept at listening. Leader gain the valuable insight, build trust, and make information decision that benefits the organization. Next comes to the understanding and clarity. Listening attentively help you to understand the message accurately. This understanding forecast to clarify in communication and minimize misunderstanding. Next comes to the build relationship. Effective listening strengthens relationship by demonstrating respect and empathy towards others. It shows that your value their thoughts and feeling, forecast trust and rapport. Next comes to conflict resolution. Listening effectively during conflicts allows you to grab different perspectives and emotion involved. This understanding enables you to find mutually agreeable solution and tensions. Next comes to the learning and the growth. Learning and growth, when you listen actively, you absorb new information, ideas, and viewpoints. This continuous learning forecasts to personal growth and burden your understanding of various subjects. Fewer misunderstandings. regardless of clarity of listening or spoken words, the effective listener can prevent misunderstanding and salvage what otherwise might be miscommunication by practicing active listening skills. Learning and growth. When you listen actively, you absorb new information, ideas. Next comes to improved productivity. In the professional settings, listening attentively to colleagues and team members enhance collaboration and productivity. Here you can see a few of the benefits. I'm telling you some more benefits. So if you want, just write down that. Next comes to the enhancing leadership skills. Effective leaders are adept listeners by listening to their team members. Leaders gain valuable insight, blind trust, and make informed decisions that benefits the organization. Next comes to supporting others. Active listening is crucial in providing emotional support. When you listen empathically, you offer comfort and validation to others, helping them feel understood and cared for. Next comes to the avoid errors and miscommunication. Miscommunication often arises from poor listening. By listening carefully, you can catch details, clarify, clarify and reduce error in communication. Next comes to demonstrating respect. Listening attentively helps to respect for other opinions, experience, and feelings. It shows that you value their inputs and are willing to engage with them thoughtfully. And last comes to improving personal well-being or the relationship. Relationships are damaged by understanding that can be lead to unsatisfactory business transaction. That is very attractive and contributed to the strong relationship. Listening is not just about understanding others. It also benefits you well-being. It reduces stress by promoting effective communication and forecasting positive relationship. So listening is actively in cornerstones of effective communication that enhance relationship, promotes understanding, and contribute to the personal growth. I hope this topic has been clear to you that what are the benefits of what are the benefits of listening. Now next comes to the various ways how we can improve the listening. So, how we can improve the listening? Face the speaker. First, we have to face the speaker. Minimize the external distraction. Give the positive feedback to show that you understand what the person is speaking. Set up this straight and learn to forward to show your attentiveness through your body language. As we have discussed about the non-verbal and the verbal part, so in non-verbal we have discussed about the body language, eye contact. So by your body language, the listener may know that you are attentive, you are listen the information and are very attentive. Next is your minimize external distraction. So minimize external distraction, that is turn off your TV, that is if someone is speaking to you, you have to listen to the another person. There are various types of external distraction like TV. You a speaker is speaking, you are just checking your phone. So that somewhere is not get a good impression to the person who is speaking. Avoid letting the speaker know how you handle the similar situation unless they specially ask for the advice. Even if the speaker is launching any complaint against, so we have to wait. Let's let them finish to defend yourself. Don't interpret in between. Just wait for your time. Let the speaker complete their words or the information. Next comes to the modes of listening. So modes of listening can enhance communication effectiveness and interpersonal skills in various personal, academic, professional, and social content. Understanding the communication is about talking and listening. Listening is the key to effective communication. That begins the communication that sparkle with breakdown and you frustrated or let's discuss some of the example of your modes of listening. So disengaged. Your body is present, but your mind is somewhere else. That is disengaged. For example, you are for example, you are in class. Teacher is teaching to you. Your mind is somewhere. You are present in the class, but your mind is somewhere else. That is disengaged. Next comes to the intensing or the topic. You are listening with the intention of topic, but the person is saying whether it is accomplished. The underlying. Next comes to the passive. Receiving information without actively respond or engaging with the speaker. It involves minimal interaction with whether the listener may hear the word but do not actively process or respond to that message. It often used in situation where active participant is not required, such as background noise or casual listening, without the need for comprehension. The main difference lies in the label of engagement and interaction. If we are talking about the active listening, actively engaged with the speaker to understand, respond, and remember the message. It requires concentration, empathy, verbal and non-verbal feedback, and active participation in the conversation. It facilitates understanding, build reports, and forest effective communication by demonstrating respect and empathy towards the speaker. Next comes to the critical and empathy. It is also one type of mode of listening. So, critically means to analyze and evaluating the content, logic, and credibility of the message to make the judgment or decision. Involve questioning, involve evidences, assessing argument, and considering different perspectives before forming conclusions. Used in academic, professional, and decision making to ensure information, judgment, and effective problem solving. Empathy basically means focusing on understanding the speaker emotion, feeling, and perspective. What empathy can support? It involves listening, non-judgmental validity feeling, and provide emotional support without necessarily evaluating and provide solution. Common is counseling, therapy, supportive relationship, and situations whether emotional validation and understanding are done. So, critical listening focus on evaluating and analyzing information, while empathy listening emphasize understand and connecting emotional with their speaker feeling. Next comes to the appreciative and discriminative. So appreciative listening for enjoyment, pleasure, and appreciation of the speaker communicate style, content, or delivery. It involves being respectful, open-minded, and responsive to the speakers. Creative humor are the qualities used in the entertainment, motivational speech, inspirational talks, and so on. Whereas discriminative listening, there is a difference in the sound, pitch, tone, and so on. It required sensitivity to authority signals, differentiation of subtitle variation in sound, quality, punctuations, and emotion. Important in the language learning, understanding non-verbal clues. Appreciative listening focus on enjoyment, whereas discriminative listening centers on authority, perspective, and accurate interpretation of sound and class. Next comes to the conclusion part that we have different types or different mode of listening. So now comes the strategy of active listening. First, listening is active. We have to listen to the other person in a very effective way. It is not something we do passive. The skill of active listening need to be applied, be there, and stay focused on the person talking without any distraction. You need to practice active listening daily to get better at it. It requires to ask the questions and gives you the feedback. Understanding someone, enjoy someone, learn someone, gives the feedback. So these are some of the active listening part. Next comes to the paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is the basic tool we often use to listen. We might use paras like this. In other words, do you mean? Did you mean what I am here to say? Paraphrasing defines common ground. Let the other person know what is they are coming. Listening is a leadership skill. That is, now comes to the next is listening with empathy. What do you understand by listening with empathy? Listening with empathy basically means to try to accept, recognize, and understand what actually the receiver is trying to speak. We have to listen to the person. Try to put yourself to the individual. Like when someone is speaking, we have to put ourselves in terms to the other person who is speaking. Next comes to be open as you listen. Be careful not to judge and put on your critical part that do not make your mind up too quickly. You take in the information. Give yourself some time to think and reflect. Try not to come to the conclusion too quickly and to develop a position based on what you are hearing. Allow yourself to consider different perspectives whenever possible. Have the meeting face to face with video conferencing if the person is not as possible. Next comes to listening and with awareness. So we have to listen to the other person in a very attentive manner. There are two parts to this. Compare what is said to your own knowledge. History, peoples, and the way the word operates. And second, listen and observe for the consequences. Effective communication is two-way street to make sure that you let them know that they were heard and understood before moving to any other topic. So we have to very clear about what actually we are speaking to the other person. Now, before just wind up this topic, let's discuss some other parts also of the listening. Like, listening is basically, listening has two modules like pitch and the voice. Okay. Listening basically understand the clarity. Listening attentively help you to understand the message. This understanding forecasts clarity in the communication and minimize misunderstanding. It also helps to get the information. We have to pay attention while listening to the other person. After listening, only then we have to ask some question. Do not interpret while someone is speaking. Listen first what exactly the person wants to talk about, and then you can give your advice. Show that you are listening. Use both languages, non-verbal or verbal. That helps to engage you in that information. Try to summarize that throughout the conversation. Key point in your own words. Compare your understanding. This not only show that you are actively processing the information, but also helps to clarify any misunderstanding. To delve deeper into the speaker thoughts or to clarify, ask open-ended questions that encourage them to evolve. Avoid interpreting or imposing your assumption. Avoid the judgment and the advices. Active listening requires a judgmental strength. Refrain from premature offering advices and making assumptions. Your goal is to understand the speaker in a very active way. Improve your personal. Yeah, you have to improve your personal well-being. How you can improve this? Listening is not just about understanding others. It also benefits your well-being. It reduces the stress while promoting effective communication and fostering positive relationships. Avoid errors and miscommunication. Miscommunication often arises from poor listening. By listening carefully, you can catch the details, clarify, and reduce the communication. So these are some of the points before end up that topic I discuss with you so that it is easy what the topic is telling you. Okay, so we have to support other. Active listening is crucial in providing emotional support. When you listen empathically, you can offer comfort and